Turn to page 115 in your student books. Before you write, it helps to review your notes and put your thoughts into words. Turn to your partner and take turns retelling the passage based on your notes. Now that you've reviewed your notes, we need to turn our attention to a topic sentence. We have worked on two patterns for topic sentences in previous lessons. We used the IVF topic sentence in Unit 1, and in Unit 2, we used the number topic sentence. In this unit, we are going to learn another pattern for writing a topic sentence. It's called a turn prompt topic sentence. The name gives us a hint as to what we will do to create our topic sentence. We will use our prompt to guide the development of our topic sentences. Let's look at some examples. Turn to page 116 in your student books. Let's look at the instructions. Read each prompt. Circle the words that define the topic. Underline the direction words, and then write a topic sentence that addresses the prompt. We are going to work together to understand how to take a prompt and turn it into a topic sentence. It's a strategy that you should be able to use with your writing assignments in other classes, as well as in this class. Let's look at the first prompt. Write a paragraph that explains how scientists dig for dinosaur bones. The key direction words often contain an action verb with a noun that specifies what you are to write. In this prompt, paragraph tells you what you are expected to write, and explains tells you what kind of paragraph you are to write. Next, look for words that tell you what the paragraph is supposed to be about. In this case, we are going to write about digging for dinosaur bones. We know from Africa Digs that there are many steps that have to be taken in order to dig up dinosaur bones and not damage them. One way to finish the topic sentence is many steps. So I'm going to fill in with digging for dinosaur bones involves many steps. As I read the second prompt, I want you to listen for the direction words. Pretend that you could be mayor of your town or city for a day. In a paragraph, explain what you would do as mayor for a day. What words set the length of your assignment and tell you what to do? What are you supposed to explain in this paragraph? I think our parks have so much potential, but they need to be cleaned up. More bushes and trees would provide shade and beautify the parks. I would complete the sentence with, I would clean up our parks. I could write about how I would clean them up, or I could focus on my reasons. Partners, tell each other something you would like to see changed in the town. Now you are going to complete numbers 3 and 4 in pairs. Now that we've practiced writing this type of topic sentence, let's look more critically at the writing prompt for this assignment and develop the topic sentence. Turn to page 115 in your student books. Look at the prompt on the board. In a paragraph, explain how constellations have been used and interpreted by different people. We need to underline the direction words just as we did in the last sentence. What should I underline? Now we need to circle the words that frame the topic. What should I circle? I want each of you to come up with an idea for the topic sentence and write it down on the sticky note that I'm handing to you. And then we're going to choose which topic sentence to use. Here is an example topic sentence you may use. Since ancient times, people from various cultures have used and interpreted constellations in many ways. Consider this topic sentence and how we can restate it to create our conclusion sentence. We know from reading that since ancient times, people have used the stars for a variety of purposes. In fact, we continue to use the stars. Talk with your partner to see if you can think of a way to restate the topic sentence and create a concluding sentence. Here is an example concluding sentence. You may choose to write the one that you created or this one on the roof of your blueprint for writing. People have used constellations for their benefit and entertainment for a very long time. We have our topic sentence and our concluding sentence. Now we need to write our supporting details and elaborations. Let's look at our blueprint for writing on page 115. On our walls, we have written the main ideas of the passage, or what the paragraphs were mostly about. When we write, these main ideas become the details that support our topic sentence. These ideas reflect important pieces of information regarding our prompt. Remember, we want to talk about how constellations have been used and interpreted. Our first wall says, constellations fascinating and helpful. We need to write that as a complete sentence. We can say constellations have been fascinating and helpful to many people. We wrote down 4 key details to support this first wall. First, constellations were invented. Then, poets made up stories. Think about how to combine those two ideas into one sentence. The next 2 details tell us who used the stars. Put these 2 thoughts together in one sentence. Work with your partner to write these 2 sentences. These key details will become the elaborations in our writing. They are the examples, elaborations, and evidence. I want you to come up with sentences that are the elaborations and evidence to support constellations have been fascinating and helpful to many people. I'm going to come up with some too, but I want you to come up with some to write down on your own. I added, people invented the patterns and told stories about them. Ancient sailors and farmers relied on the stars for information and guidance. What is on the second wall? We need to put that in a complete sentence. Work with your partner to write the sentence. Be prepared to share. I'm going to create a sentence of my own, but I want you to come up with one of your own to make your writing your own. I came up with constellations were created for a purpose. What did you come up with? Why were constellations created? I want you to work with your partner to write 2 sentences about the reason. I will write my 2 sentences as well, and then we can compare. I came up with constellations divided the big sky into smaller parts. Stars were easier to remember this way, especially for the people who use them. What is written on our third wall? We read about different stories for the 2 bright stars in the constellation Gemini and the other patterns that are in the sky. How can we add that to this phrase to make our third supporting detail sentence? Take a minute to talk with your partner and come up with an idea to write down. I will create a sentence myself. My sentence is ancient stories about constellations such as Gemini have explained what they are and why they are there. There are 4 details in our windows that give examples of different stories. Let's try to combine these into 2 sentences. While you're working on your 2 sentences, I'll work on my 2 sentences so that we can each make our writing our own. Animals, gods, plants, beasts, and hunters can be seen in the sky. The constellation Gemini has been explained by the Greeks as brothers who wanted to be together forever. What did you come up with? Now you're going to add your concluding sentence. We have worked through the process of writing a paragraph that contains a topic sentence that is supported with details and elaboration. We have also restated our topic sentence to write a concluding sentence. I will give you some time now to put all of the pieces together. I have a model paragraph on the board that you can refer to as you write. Notice how I punctuate and capitalize the correct words in the paragraph.